For decades, saturated fat has been cast as the villain of our diets, blamed for clogged arteries, heart attacks, and rising cholesterol levels. But what if we've been pointing fingers at the wrong culprit all along? Let's take a step back. Our bodies rely on three main macronutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Fats are not just a source of energy, they are vital for building hormones, absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and maintaining healthy cell membranes. There are two primary types of fat we consume: saturated fats and unsaturated fats. Saturated fats, often found in animal products like pork lard, butter, and coconut oil, have long been misunderstood. The term saturated simply refers to the fact that their carbon chains are fully saturated with hydrogen atoms, making them stable at high temperatures. This stability means they're less likely to oxidize or form harmful compounds when heated. In practical terms, this makes saturated fats ideal for cooking. Coconut oil, for instance, is composed of roughly 82% saturated fat. Pork fat, a staple in many traditional diets, contains about 50% saturated fat. Yet despite their high saturated fat content, these oils have been used for generations, often without the chronic diseases we associate with modern diets. On the other hand, unsaturated fats, found in vegetable oils like soybean, sunflower, and canola oil, have double bonds in their chemical structure. This makes them more prone to oxidation, especially when exposed to high heat. When oxidized, these fats can produce harmful compounds such as aldehydes, which have been linked to inflammation and cellular damage. So where did the fear of fat originate? In the 1950s, American scientist Ansel Keys published the now famous 7 Countries study, which linked saturated fat consumption to heart disease. But what many don't know is that Keys cherry-picked his data, excluding countries that didn't support his hypothesis. Later studies have found that there is, in fact, no consistent link between saturated fat intake and heart disease risk. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2010 reviewed data from over 340,000 participants and concluded there is no significant evidence that dietary saturated fat is associated with an increased risk of coronary heart disease or cardiovascular disease. Meanwhile, the real danger may be lurking elsewhere: sugar. When we consume excess sugar, especially in the form of refined carbohydrates and sugary drinks, our blood glucose levels spike. The body responds by releasing insulin, which helps shuttle glucose into cells for energy. But when sugar is consistently high, cells begin to resist insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. Once insulin resistance sets in, glucose can't efficiently enter cells. It remains in the bloodstream, where it binds to proteins like hemoglobin. This not only disrupts oxygen transport but forces the heart to work harder, raising blood pressure and increasing cardiovascular strain. Eventually, the excess glucose gets converted into triglycerides, fat molecules that accumulate in the liver, around organs, and in the bloodstream. This is how sugar, not fat, can lead to increased fat storage and higher risk for metabolic conditions like type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and heart disease. Let's be clear. Fats do not work against your body. In fact, when used correctly, fats, especially natural ones, can be the most efficient fuel source. To put it into perspective, carbohydrates provide 4 calories per gram, while fats deliver 9. They're more energy-dense, and unlike the crash and burn cycle of sugar, fats provide a slow, sustained release of energy, more like a clean-burning electric engine than a diesel motor. And fats aren't just about energy. Cholesterol, which is often demonized, is actually the building block of steroid hormones like estrogen and testosterone. It's essential for brain function and cell structure. Roughly 25% of the body's cholesterol is found in the brain. So instead of fearing fat, we should be asking, what kind of fat? And how was it processed? Not all fats are created equal. Trans fats, artificially hydrogenated oils found in processed snacks, margarine, and fast food are genuinely harmful. They increase LDL, bad cholesterol, lower HDL, good cholesterol, and raise the risk of heart disease by as much as 23%, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. But natural fats, especially those found in minimally processed animal products or cold-pressed oils, have a vastly different effect. These fats can support healthy metabolism, hormonal balance, and cognitive function. So, what's the takeaway? Blaming saturated fat for our modern health issues is like blaming firewood for a house fire caused by faulty wiring. The real issue lies in the overconsumption of sugar and highly processed foods, not the natural fats we've consumed for centuries. If we want to protect our hearts, manage our weight, and stay energized, the answer isn't to eliminate fat, it's to eliminate fear. Choose high-quality sources, cook mindfully, and most importantly, don't fall for nutritional myths that haven't stood the test of time or science. In future videos, we'll explore how to spot good fats from bad, and which oils are truly safe for cooking. But for now, remember this: fat was never the enemy. Sugar was. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed insights into nutrition and health. Got questions or myths you'd like us to bust next? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Stay informed, stay curious, and take care of your body, one fact at a time.